Hi guys, my name's Dave Everett and I'm extremely grateful to be a finalist in the 2013 Stella campaign. I've had the privilege of watching Project Futures develop over the last few years, and what they're doing to promote the issues of human trafficking and sexual exploitation is quite phenomenal. I think it's really powerful when a group of young people get together, identify an issue and work towards solving it. So a massive congratulations to Project Futures and thank you for all the work you're doing. I think a Stella fella is just generally an all-round good bloke. He's the type of bloke that is always there for his friends when they need him. He's always willing to lend a hand when someone needs help. And he's willing to stand up for an issue that he's passionate about and not just sit on the sidelines. I think a Stella fella enjoys a good laugh, is the type of guy that will hold a door open for somebody, and just generally brings a smile to the people around him. I also think a Stella fella needs at least one, if not a battalion, of Stella women behind him to keep him on the right path, because God knows I have. To give you a bit of background about myself, I was born and lived the first 2 years of my life in Southern Africa before moving to Sydney. So I grew up with a passion for all things Africa my whole life. It wasn't until I was the age of 20 that I'd saved up enough money to come back to the continent, and I ended up in Kenya on a 3-month volunteer trip. This turned into a year working on a whole bunch of different projects, like developing agricultural systems for local farmers, working with HIV and AIDS clinics and building new centres, as well as working with street children to get them back into their houses. On this trip I met Annabelle Chauncey, who's my business partner at School for Life, and when we went back to Australia I quit my degree in marine biology, signed up to international development studies, which I'm currently doing my Masters in, and at the age of 21 set up School for Life Foundation with Annabelle. School for Life Foundation works with disadvantaged people in rural areas of Uganda. We do this by providing primary education as well as vocational training. We provide agricultural training to local farmers so they can get an income into their households. We also provide access to healthcare and clean water. Uganda's been my home for the last 3 years, where I run the School for Life Foundation Uganda operations. My idea about promoting the issue of human trafficking and sexual exploitation to men around Sydney would be to do an information night based around something that guys do anyway. So whether you get together on a big rugby union test or a football game or an AFL game, whatever it may be, just get blokes together and doing what blokes normally do, but at the same time teaching them about the issues of human trafficking, sexual exploitation. And I'm sure there's enough good blokes out there that once they hear about these things will be more than willing to get behind the work that Project Futures are doing and support this amazing cause.